I wanted to take a moment to reflect on our physical bodies and how Zoom calls will never be a replacement for in real life human connection. Now, I just got out of the pool. I don't have makeup on. I'm all natural. So this is what I look like, guys. And I am doing that because I want to emphasize the organic. Welcome to the Speaker Salon. My name is Alana Newman, and today we're going to talk about in real life businesses and human relationships versus digital relationship building. I am online. You're viewing my video that you found on the internet. However, there might be an opportunity in the future to meet in person. This is the experience I had yesterday. I had lunch with the most amazing woman who may or may not turn out to be a client, but we met on the internet and I just really enjoyed my afternoon with her and it inspired me to make this video. And obviously, COVID made a lot of people stay home. And so we just had this collective tragedy where people were isolated and their entire existence was online and they were really deprived of the real life community building activities that we have evolved to have, which includes shared meals, celebrations, church, and concerts, and all the things that make us human. So I wanted to take a moment to reflect on our physical bodies and how Zoom calls will never be a replacement for in real life human connection. Now, I just got out of the pool. I don't have makeup on. I'm all natural. So this is what I look like, guys. And I am doing that because I want to emphasize the organic. I want to emphasize that the internet is a reflection of what we look like and who we are. And we, a lot of times, will try to posture so that the person that people see on the internet is the best version of ourselves. And in this age of AI, where some people can't tell what's real or what's fake, and a lot of people feel manipulated, I actually think that there's a real hunger for honesty and for the organic. Now, they want luxury. They want to be their best and look their best, and they're going to go and find people who will teach them how to look and feel their best. But I think with all the research I've done with health, I look pretty good for being just shy of 40 years old with no makeup. So I'm actually really proud of how I look without makeup for my age, and I'm going to share some wisdom with you guys about the human ecology and how your entrepreneurship journey needs or could benefit from embracing real life, organic, human processes. I'll put it that way. So we have evolved for real life connection. We did not have the internet when I was a baby. Well, maybe the military did. But this is the first generation. I mean, Gen Alpha, they didn't know life before YouTube. So my parents, they had TV when they were growing up, but there was like 3 channels. So we're really not evolved yet to live in a world where we're never having face-to-face human interaction. And so the benefits of environments where we get to see each other cannot be overstated. So the fact that when we're in real life, we can read each other's facial micro expressions. Like when I was at lunch with my branding client yesterday, I'm going to start calling her friend. We get along so well, but I was able to like look her in the eye, and there wasn't a little picture, a little video of me freaking me out where I'm like self-monitoring and like worried about how I look. I could just focus on her. I could just focus on the words she was saying and how if she got flustered over something, the body language, and I could just experience her in her entirety. We would walk together, and so we had like synchronized movement. We got to like breathe the same air and react to people together. So there was a whole room of people and environments and a menu to react to and respond to. And there's something to that. It's like on a frequency level where we're sharing the same frequency and witnessing the same people and like observing the same kind of phenomenons. And I don't know, it's just different than a Zoom call. If I feel like when you're on a Zoom call, there's a cat outside of the peripheral over here, and one person sees it and it confuses, like distracts them, but the other people don't see it, so they're not confused, but they're just looking at this person on the Zoom call like, why aren't they paying attention to me? But we don't know that they're in the corner, they've got like a crying baby or a cat or there's someone who walked by on the streets, and we don't see that. But when we're all in the same room, we're experiencing the same distractions, and so it's less confusing. The brain doesn't have to work so hard to process, like, why are they we're all in it together when we're in the same room. So that spatial awareness is shared, which contributes to a sense of community and alignment and understanding. So our nervous systems co-regulate together when we're in the same room. And that's beneficial for a lot of different reasons. So another thing about being in the same environment as people is you have an oxytocin release. Like when you get to hug someone, when you get to shake their hand, when there's physical touch with, good boundaries, appropriate boundaries, but like a hug gives a oxytocin release. That's a safety signal. That's it. It actually lowers your cortisol. It actually like calms you down and gets you guys on a baseline peace and safety with each other, where then you can go and solve problems and brainstorm because you feel safe. Your brain does not work if you're in a state of fear and you're over processing because your brain's working too hard to figure out what's going on in the Zoom call. So when you feel that baseline safety, your creativity is unleashed and brainstorming sessions are better. So that's another great reason to be in the same room as the person that you are working with. There's benefits of a shared meal, lower cortisol, again, that sense of like community safety. And there's improved immune function. So when you're in real life experiencing people, especially if there's sunlight, it helps with your sleep hygiene. Sun exposure helps with your vitamin D, which also lowers cortisol. If you can find like a rooftop bar or restaurant and have sun exposure and socializing and relax, like even with wine or anything like that, you can relax with each other. And that sense of safety helps with collaboration. So if you do not have this in your life, if you're trying to build a digital business, I was having this conversation with my friend yesterday. The internet is such a wonderful tool in terms of discovering new things, finding your tribe, learning about new ideas and philosophies and solutions, like finding solutions to your problems. It will never be a replacement for in real life activities. So you have to schedule in to your day, you have to schedule into your week real life activities with other people that will satisfy this primal urge for community, cortisol lowering, and all the social benefits of being with people. Our nervous systems are meant to be with people. When we're isolated, that is torture. That's why in prisons, when they put you in isolation, that's the worst thing that they can do to you. So I think one of the struggles that digital entrepreneurs have is this loneliness. And so what I'm doing, I'll just tell you what I'm doing. I have decided to start working with a restaurant group who is making healthy food with no seed oils, which is aligned with my values. And it gives me the community and the physical interaction and the social life that I need to be happy and to be content and to have friends. And then in the mornings, I am doing my digital life. So I'm making videos like this. I have a Skool community, which you can link to below. I have TikTok affiliate links, and so I am exploiting the internet for its ability to be an idea marketplace and an actual marketplace for products and sales. But I'm not going to give up my in real life social needs because I'm a human being. I'm not an avatar. If you are interested in talking about your entrepreneurship journey and finding that balance of real life versus digital, I invite you to join my Skool community. It's called Brand Therapy. And we do talk about getting that balance right of your needs as a human being with making use of the internet. So, as someone raised in Silicon Valley, I think we worship technology too much sometimes, but it is fun and it is powerful, and there's a lot to use to your advantage with it. So, God bless you guys. I'll see you later.